Employment tide, they say, waits for no one. And here we are again, embracing another beautiful, delightful Sunday. I'm so delighted to be your pilot on today's exciting journey, and I'm Claire Adelabu Abdulrazak. And with just 27 hours away to our National Day celebration, we are already in a very celebratory mood. So tonight, we will be showcasing inspiring stories that touch our shared human experiences. Now, Nigerian women are making waves globally, and we will highlight some of those remarkable women leaders that are redefining leadership on the global stage. We will also bring you a heartwarming tale about the true essence of life, impacting others. Plus, a vibrant wedding in Kano that turned the city into a lively annex of the National Assembly. And hey, don't miss our special on a unique 13-year celebration. You know what they say about number 13. So, without further ado, I'd like to turn my attention now to Elizabeth Omoroyi, who's ready to bring us the news, except, of course, she had something to say about number 13.
I won't let the cat out of the bag, Claire. Thank you so much for joining us on the news segment. We begin with the CNG initiative. The federal government has handed over 64 to 100 and different other capacity compressed natural gas buses to the organized labor and student unions. Minister of Information Mohammed Idris, accompanied by other ministers at the handover, says the deployment of the CNG buses is in line with President Tinubu's promise to retool Nigerian economy into a sustainable path of progress. Deborah Balagbogbo reports.
Promised and delivered, that symbolizes the handover of CNG buses to representatives of Labour and Students' Union. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, reiterates government's commitment to ensure the availability of CNG buses to not only Nigerian workers but to other members of the public. Beyond implementing the policy on transition from fossil fuel to cleaner energy, bringing down cost of transportation and enhancing energy competitiveness are other benefits the minister cited.
Over $175 million of worth of investment has gone into this sector already. We expect to see more of that. Nigerians expect to go in. More and more Nigerians, technicians especially, are being trained. So it's a whole gamut of arrangement that will benefit all spheres of, all sectors of this country. All Nigerians will be felt. This is beginning from those who need the most, the working class. The working class are going to get this. But beyond that, other Nigerians are also going to be the market people. Everyone, artisans, everybody will now feel this impact.
The promise he made is to intervene on the side of the poor and the most vulnerable in the aftermath of what we all knew were necessary macroeconomic reforms to set the country on the path of economic stability that would allow investment.
Mr. President is leading us to do what is sensible. What you are blessed with, what is cheaper, use it. Any mechanical device, motor, generator, irrigation facility that uses petrol can run on CNG. So this is a sensible transition that is led by Mr. President. We have talked about it for decades, but Mr. President is saying, let's do it.
Representatives of the union expressed satisfaction over various endeavors by government to cushion the plight of Nigerians occasioned by global economic challenges.
This step forward brings us closer to a future where both workers and the planet benefit from such forward-thinking policies, which is commendable.
As a representative of over 40 million Nigerian students, today we are happy that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has kept to his promise.
I want to believe that it's just the takeoff, that clearly we will get more buses.
This is the first in series of such initiatives lined up by government towards the implementation of the policy. In Abuja, Deborah Balagbogbo. NTA News.
In other news, a special church service to mark Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary resonated more messages of hope for Nigerians, projecting that the nation will in no distant time surmount all her socio-economic challenges. Kenneth Nani reports that top government functionaries, including former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, attended the church service.
The 64th Independence Anniversary Special Church Service is one characterized by praise and worship and thanksgiving unto God. Scripture readings from the books of Isaiah 43 verse 16 through 21 and Philippians 3 verse 12 through 16 encouraged the congregation and indeed other Nigerians not to be deterred in their fight of faith, believing that God will change Nigeria's current socio-economic situation for the better. Now comes the message of hope from the Archbishop of Abuja Methodist Church of Nigeria, Most Reverend Michael Akinwale. He urges Nigerians to be persistent in doing good as God will exalt the nation Nigeria.
I have a dream that one day unemployment will disappear from our land. I have a dream that in this country the issue of lamentation, sorrow and anguish will disappear from our land.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, pointed to several policies and programs of the federal government geared towards economic recovery, job creation and empowerment of citizens.
There is hope. I have a dream too, that this country, and as Abuja, is going to be the most blessed, the most successful, the most prosperous in Africa and the world.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, also enumerated a number of bills passed by the National Assembly in support of government policies and programs, including the Southeast Development Commission Bill.
Undoubtedly, the Nigerian nation is defined by resilience. To the challenges of modern day governance, we have continually shown our indomitable spirit as Nigerians.
The church service offers prayers for the leadership of Nigeria and for prosperity of all countrymen and the nation at large.
Jesus, happy birthday to Nigeria.
Kenneth Nani, NTA News.
Patience, tolerance and greater understanding are vital and required from Nigerians as the country goes through a period of transformation. The message of Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa at a Thanksgiving service to mark the nation's 64th independence anniversary in Akure. Paul Omokago reports.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who read the only lesson from Romans 13, 1-10, expressed gratitude for the sacrifices made by ministers of the gospel, particularly their intercessions on behalf of the nation's leadership at all levels. He noted that the current economic hardships facing the nation are temporary, assuring that President Bola Tinubu's administration is addressing the issues head-on with plans to revamp and reposition Nigeria for greatness. The state government, on its part, he reiterated, remains unwavering in its commitment to delivering the core values of good governance to stimulate growth of the state.
We all deserve to be celebrated because in the last 64 years, we have successfully navigated the complex journey of nation building in spite of our diversity and obvious differences.
Anglican Archbishop of Akure Diocese, Most Reverend Simeon Borokini, emphasized that the 64th anniversary should remind Nigerians that freedom is precious, urging everyone to work collectively to preserve it.
It is time to go back to God. Time to retrace our ways so that we can have the freedom of our mind and spirit.
Prayers were offered for the country, Ondo State, the President, and leaders at all levels as Governor Aiyedatiwa led his cabinet in Thanksgiving. In Akure, Paul Omokago, NTA News.
Now, Nigeria's developmental hurdles can be surmounted if citizens deepen their sense of patriotism and intensify efforts in the fight against corruption. This, the view of Camille Sanifagi, a professor of political science from the Bayero University, Kano, during a lecture organized by the Kano State government in commemoration of Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. Abdullahi Mustafa brings us details.
Academics, traditional and religious leaders, students and youth representatives are here for a subnational activity to celebrate Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. Organized by Kano State Government, it is a moment to discuss development issues under the theme Nigeria's Independence and Leadership Challenges, Repositioning Kano for Brighter Future. Kamil Sanupagi, a professor of political science with Bayero University, Kano, pinpointed corruption as the foremost barrier to the nation's progress.
When we talk leadership, don't think of only the elected people or this, all of us, even on the street, going somewhere, somebody will demand 20 naira, 100.
He, however, expressed confidence that through collective action against corruption, Nigerians can overcome these challenges. Renowned Islamic scholar Sheikh Ibrahim Khalil supported this viewpoint, underscoring the need for greater investment in education as a catalyst for lasting change. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, through the Commissioner for Information Baba Halilu NTA, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to fostering discipline in governance and instilling such values among Kano residents. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
Away from activities lined up for the 64th independence anniversary, Vice President Kashim Shettima has returned to Abuja after successfully representing President Bola Tinubu at the just concluded 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The Vice President presented Nigeria's national statement at the general debate, as well as engaged in several bilateral meetings and numerous sideline events. He will join President Bola Tinubu to mark some events put together to commemorate Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Mr. Joseph Olasukomi Tegbe as Director General and Global Liaison for the Nigeria-China Strategic Partnership. This follows agreements reached during the President's visit to China earlier this month. Tegbe, a first-class civil engineering graduate from Obafemi Awolowo University, will oversee key projects, including expanding Nigeria's rail network, improving power distribution, and creating industrial parks. It will ensure alignment with Nigeria's national goals and manage daily cooperation with the Chinese counterparts. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy indicates that the partnership also includes collaboration in health, education, and agriculture, with China pledging significant financial and technical support. With over 35 years of experience in business strategy, is expected to present a strategic action plan soon. Let's talk health. September 29 marks World Heart Day, dedicated to raising awareness about cardiovascular diseases and promotes heart health. Cardiologists are urging more efforts to improve heart care in Nigeria, highlighting progress in cardiac centers and complex surgeries. This, they say, is crucial, and there's a need for government to support, including subsidies, reduced import duties, and health insurance coverage for heart surgeries. They also call for sponsorship of surgeries yearly, strengthening tertiary centers and expanding training for surgeons. The theme this year is Use Heart for Every Heart, encourage heart care for all hearts and the environment. The Nigerian Red Cross Society is working with governments to reduce effects of climate change, disasters, and hunger across the country. President, Nigerian Red Cross Society, Oluyemisi Adiaga, at a gathering in Lagos, says there's the need for succor, and also this will bring hope to those in need. Diana Ajale brings us details.
Data by the International Federation of Red Cross count has it that over 32 million Nigerians are facing hunger crisis and malnutrition as a result of the rising cost of living, coupled with climate change-induced droughts and floods that have exacerbated food insecurity across the country. The Nigeria Red Cross Society, always in the front line of providing humanitarian services, in times of crisis are, however, worried about the devastating consequences for people's health and well-being, prompting this fundraising evening to effectively bring relief to affected victims.
The need to keep humanity alive, to be able to give hope to the hopeless, is rising on a daily basis, beyond bands and beyond budgets.
The International Federation of Red Cross from Britain, Sweden, Italy, Norway and Turkey are collaborating with the Nigerian Red Cross Society to expand its efforts in combating food insecurity, access to clean drinking water, and improved sanitation.
There are 200 million Nigerians, and only about 32 million of them are hungry. So we are appealing to 272 million or 270 million rest of Nigerians to say we can come together and we can share our humanity.
Investing in prevention is a lot cheaper than reacting to a disaster.
The theme of the program is Keeping Humanity Alive. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
Let's talk economic empowerment. The Renewed Hope initiative of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has once again put smiles on the faces of petty traders in Rivers State as she flags off the Economic Empowerment Recapitalization Grant for 1,000 women in their states. Osinachi Samuel reports that the gesture is in collaboration with the Office of the Wife of the Rivers State Governor, Lady Valerie Fubara, who represented the First Lady at the event.
Bless us, give her long life.
The Renewed Hope initiative of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has continued to impact the livelihood of women across the country. The flag off of the Renewed Hope initiative Economic Empowerment Program is providing recapitalization grants of 50,000 naira each for 1,000 women petty traders in Rivers State. The initiative, which is in partnership with the Office of the Wife of the Rivers State Governor, Lady Fubara, is restoring hope of women and empowering them to be financially stable.
We recognize that empowering women economically is not just a moral imperative, but a strategic one. When women thrive, their families thrive, and by extension, our communities and nation prosper.
I want to thank Her Excellency Senator Tinubu, and also by extension thank our mother, the state mother that is here, Dame Valerie, for always consistently thinking of us.
These beneficiaries are at the heart of our local economies in the 23 local government areas, including non-indigenous and NCWS of our state. And I am satisfied that these grants will help them re-energize their petty businesses.
The event also featured presentation of exercise books to the Commissioner of Education, Dr. Ovi Chukuma, for onward distribution to public schools in Rivers State. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
To drug interception, the NDLEA operatives have arrested 2 wanted drug kingpins, 2 ex-convicts and an auto parts dealer who tried to export heroin and cannabis hidden in LED lamps and sofa legs. Other seizures include tramadol, pentazocine injections and cannabis bound for the US, UK, Canada and other countries. Key arrests include Ajiboye Damilari Samuel and community leader Alhaji Bashir Mohammed Talba. The NDLEA also conducted raids across several states and continues its war against drug abuse campaign nationwide. A bit on the foreign scene, Marburg virus hits most districts in Rwanda with a number of fatalities recorded. Kolo Mohammed brings us details of this and more on Global Updates.
Cases of Marburg virus have been confirmed in several districts of Rwanda. Some are in isolation receiving treatment, while dozens who came into contact with reported cases have been identified. They have been monitored as authorities attempt to uncover the root of the infection. The World Health Organization is doing all it can to help the country as it plans to send medical supplies to Kigali from Kenya in the coming days. A WHO Regional Director for Africa said, with the country's already robust public health emergency response system. WHO is collaborating closely with national authorities to provide the needed support to further enhance ongoing efforts. The virus belongs to the same family as the virus which causes Ebola, and the Marburg disease causes hemorrhagic fever and has a high fatality rate of up to 88%. Edmundo Gonzalez, the retired diplomat, is seeking asylum in Spain after leaving Venezuela, where he had spent weeks in hiding following a contested election against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. At all gatherings by the opposition, the chants are usually calls on Maduro to leave office as they say he lost the election. In response, President Nicolas Maduro alleged that intelligence gathered indicates opposition leader Maria Corina Machado is preparing to head out of the country after failing to incite violence. Meanwhile, polls opened on Sunday in Austria. The Nigerian election expected to see the far-right narrowly beat the Conservatives for a historic win in the Alpine European Union nation. The Freedom Party, with top opinion polls, has been in government several times but has never won a national vote. Even though, if it wins, it is unclear whether it will be able to form a government. Kolum Muhammad, NTA News.
Thank you, Mohammed, for the updates. And that's the news segment. More report will come up later with Claire after this break. Just stay with us.